What's going with the Vars? Is it just going to be the Karma? The Soraka's a good option.
That was definitely an option that was chosen in Challenger. It didn't work. Heimerdinger is pretty powerful at this point in time.
If you don't pick the Karma here, Jin support. This was played in Challengers today. Varus Jin. If you're Kwangdong, if you can actually get the backline in any of these fights or catch Gnar on a flank while he's trying to set up for his Mega Gnar.
Picking up the Maokai, we'll see what kind of Maokai it's going to be. I hope it's not the AP variety. Let's get onto the Rift. I didn't know. This is a great barber. Anyway, Harmalife Esports taking a fair bit of damage here. Of course, it's a bit of a problem when you're up against Heimerdinger and you have to walk towards turrets.
Yeah, and getting that control early like they did at level 1 is really going to help them push this even harder, like I was saying before. Once the Jin and the Varus get level 3, like they could trade back a little bit here, but it is a very annoying early game to play out.
Young Jay was looking to wrap around. He's going to continue doing so. Clid is first, however, and he is going to get that flash twisted advance. There it is. W's going to land, but Clid is just dead. That is not the way you wanted to start the season. They do manage to get another kill also towards that top side of the map, and Kwangdong Freaks 2-0 before 3 minutes.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, Clid commits very heavily there, and twisted advance, you don't get to say, oops, never mind, I don't want to go there. You click it, you go, and you're under turret, and yeah.
Oh dear, Bulldog. This is one heck of a debut.
Yeah.
Also was a pretty good Heimerdinger, so it does make some sense. Young Jay is flashing on Clid. He's like, I should have been the starting jungler, and he's going to pick up the solo kill. Not the Kings of the LCK.
They could be, but not the Kings of Game 1 of 2023.
That is very true. We're not counting our eggs or anything like that, but so far...
No flash on this Gnar. He does have Mega.
Is it going to save him, though, is the question. As Q misses, everything else misses, and Kwangdong Freaks is going to say, all right, you just hang out over there, man. It'll be fine.
Lineups back then were so promising, and we always trusted, like, oh, man, look at the development of this team. And I think he's showing it here, at least in this opening game, how good he is for those who forgot.
Yeah, absolutely. As, all right, Chains of Corruption connects onto Taeun, but he's going to be able to break them.
King in, man. He is just playing so far back, so defensively.
All right, good little ult there to come through from Zeka, who stole that one away. Bulldog, can he survive this? Zeka gets under the turret, and his flash was on cooldown, but he's going to be absolutely fine. The final bullet, right, with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well as the Glacial Prison is cleared, looking for another opportunity here. Flash twisted advance to get on in. The arrow is going to sail by. Doesn't land there, as you can see, and Young Jay is going to try and return the favor. They dive forward. Bulldog holds his ground and just walks it off.
I thought tonight we're going to have a good series. Like I was telling everyone, right, this is a sleeper OP series, right? Like Kwangdong looks like it could be an amazing team, but let's wait and see. But I did not expect we were going to see this level of coordination. Taeun,
he might just be dead. No, he's just going to have to use his flash. Oh, the flash forward from Life. He's still got a couple of bullets, but he does find the last one. And now he's going to have to look for a way out because things are real dangerous.
He's going to try to get an execute here, potentially.
Yeah, captive audience, try and slow down Jun. It is going to work for the
Bulldog
moment.
Comes in, though.
Oh, dear. Yeah. He's like, Jun, kill me. Nah. Bulldog's going to pick it up.
Nice try.
Yeah,
trying to make the support get it. But
pick up a lot more damage than he did now as the Nature's Grasp does come through. Let's see whether the Drake is going to be prioritized as the curtains have been called. Clid still alive for the moment. Chains of Corruption will connect as well as now Taeun and Viper fighting it out. Viper does almost have his flash available, but he's not going to be able to use it in time as Kingin is going to dive on in. Gets a couple with the Gnar, but he's still going to have to flash away. Now he's mini Gnar, and he's so much more susceptible. The flash forward from Dudu, and he picks it up!
Oh, that was insanely sick from Dudu. Everyone else was like, nah, let him go. Dudu said, nope, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to TP top, and I'm going to start smacking on this turret. There's so much that Kwangdong can do to blow up a single target, and because they're ahead, even a Mega Gnar, even a Maokai that gets caught is vulnerable.
All right, well, I think that might just be a dead Bulldog. You saw even as he was dying.
So that's significant.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Kwangdong Freaks now grouping towards this Drake, but really nice macro play here from Hanwha Life, putting the pressure onto Dudu while also getting that turret while Bulldog was picked. Will he get away with it, though, is the question.
Yeah, it's the Heimerdinger gank one more time as the chain is not going to connect. Flash to get out of the way of the grenade as the turrets are still on in. Permafrost not going to be enough there as he gets underneath the safety of the turret. So, Zeka lives another day. Youngjae utilizing that shielding that he does have available. As that seismic shove was fantastic. They see the go button cleared. Has to flash away. Zeka finds the angle though, but immediately Bulldog goes golden. Can the rest of the team get there to save him? The answer is yes, as Dudu launches on top of the tree and dashes over the wall. Viper in a whole host of trouble as Umbral Dash comes up again, and he's not going to get snared this time. Dudu is just the hero of this game.
And I was talking about the setup, right? Hanwha Life Esports showed up first, but then Kingen decided to back, right? And when he backed, he didn't have Narbars. Okay, Zeka.
Yeah, Worldender is going to come on in here. He lands the chain, but Jun lands the grenade. Still Zeka picks it up. And they're chasing after him now. I think his Silas might be able to get out of there, though, because I can see the teleport coming in. Comet not going to be enough, and Zeka gets out.
Zeka gets out, had his Zonias available as well, but can't lock Bulldog down. They lose the war of attrition.
In the meantime, the Baron is being taken. Hanwha Life Esports have it down very, very low. There's the secure for Clip, but Dudu's found his way into the pit. Can they get them? Can they punish them for this Baron take as they're trying to get out? They're still fighting for it, though, as Life sets up the curtain. Zeka picks up yet another one. The last bullet connects onto Youngjae as now Bulldog finds his way in and Viper is obliterated. But still, the heist was relatively successful.
Yeah. And I mean, there's not much you could do here as Quantum Freaks, but you don't have your CC. Youngjae looking for the flank.
Well, can he actually find it here as they need to kill Zeka? That is going to be very, very important. He's only hijacked a Weaver's Wall, though. Not exactly the most valuable as Life looking to run his way out. And the Weaver's Wall is going to come in. Jun is his target, and he might be able to take him. He's so incredibly low, and there it is. Zeka gets into that backline. Cleared. Can you protect your mid laner? He is the most important player on your team. Viper running away from Bulldog here is looking to take down Life, and he does manage to get it. Mid laner versus mid laner. This is so good, Wolf.
This is actually so sick. This is, I mean, I had expectations for this series, like I said, but then he's isolated himself. We're not done.
Yep, Dudu in a whole lot of trouble. Arrow's going to hit from downtown, and Dudu turns it. The Twisted Dance is fantastic, and Clid's going to flash out of the way. He misses the Q. I don't know how Clid did that, but Dudu's still going to kill him. Now, Zeka running for his life. The Weaver's Wall is going to be there. Life comes on in, Seismic Shove is going to miss, and Zeka gets away. Zeka finds yet another Glacial Prison, so important for him as the arrow's going to connect. Meganar's going to come forward for Kingen. He can't lose his GA like this, it's so important for the next fight. He crushes over the wall, but still, that is going to be the flash now on cooldown, and there's the Glacial Prison. Clid could be just picked yet again. No one's there to follow up, but Clid not going to die just yet. Zeka finding that hero flank, but he's spotted on a ward. And Dudu looks to try and keep him out of this pit. Kingen gets himself forward yet again one more time. As the ultimate has to be used here against Dudu. He's down to like 50% health here as Kingen goes into his GA, and now Hanwha Life Esports have to make it worth it. Youngjae very, very low. The rest of them on Hanwha are just looking to lock down this Elder, and Youngjae so extraordinarily low. He gets into the pit. It's going to be a 50-50, but Clid secures it in the end, and they have the Elder. Can they now win the fight as Bulldog goes golden, but it just sets him up for death. And Hanwha Life, I can't believe it. They're going to do it against all odds. They take down the Elder, and I don't know how Quantum Freaks do it after this.
It is... Okay, I'm just going to say it, best game of the season. We're on day 2, best game of the season.
Oh, man. It is definitely a bit of a fiesta, but it's the fiesta we wanted to see. Now wants to try and set his sights on Dudu here as they get towards the turret. Weaver's Wall to block them off as Bulldog wants to find the shove. Doesn't quite get it as Clid. May just fall down. He gets the Nature's Grasp off, but still he's going to go too low. And now Hanwha Life Esports, yeah, they're just going to go for the base race. It's like, yeah, you can take a dragon, but Elder for Nexus? Have you guys heard of that trade? It ain't a great one, ladies and gentlemen.
Stopping the backs here. Dudu alone is going to have to use the healing from the fountain to try to stave this off.
Exactly right, and this is going to go to Quantum Freaks, but there are 2 towers that have fallen down. The Nexus is going to go, and Hanwha Life Esports are going to do it. I correct myself. Zeka is going to do it.
I picked up my POG selection paper, and there's only mid. It doesn't let me pick anything else.
It's broken, in fact. They gave you a sheet that it's just written mid, entire, like over the entire paper.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in the bag. It was in the bag, and then somehow Zeka broke the bag. He's like, I am so large. Look at my broad shoulders. They cannot fit in this bag.
and then the Azir scaling. But I mentioned the Akali earlier, and he's just like, nah, man, I remember when I won Worlds with this.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he's taking a victory lap or something like that right now as Akali comes out. If you remember that CV Max came up with when he was on Griffin. He's getting to game 2. Not exactly massive right now as another Q goes wide. Life starting to feel himself now. As you can see, the triple bounce, ebb and flow.
I mean, you get a few more of these trades going in Viper and Life's favor. There's a level 2 all-in, you know?
Oh, Life?
I mean, this is actually crazy. He's just bouncing these. Yeah. You can't miss those, as it turns out. You can miss the Qs on the Karma.
Yeah, Life is like, now that I'm playing as support, I'm a god.
Well, you really want to be able to hit that spike as Youngjae.
Yeah, gets... Okay, Zeka just going to make his way out. He has a second activation of the ult as well. He's going to use it for a little bit of extra damage as Life is forced to flash towards that bottom side. Well, maybe they'd found a good angle there onto Zeka, but it's just not to be the case. The man is too slippery.
Still getting a lot of value here, forcing Life's flash. Taeyun had a fully charged kill.
Oh, the flash forward, and he picks it up with the buffered auto attack. Taeyun, not afraid to pull the trigger. I mean, it's dangerous. He'll head back and does have himself a serrated Dirk as well as now charging up the fear. The hammer online is okay. The flash forward from Johnny's just going to snare up the very easy target in Life with no flash. Absolutely nowhere to go. Viper trying to get some damage back, but it's not enough. Second kill, so easy there for Kwangdong Freaks.
If he had the flash to buffer his charge, you know, maybe you could pull that one off before the Narbar gets through there, but you have neither flash nor ult. Pretty tough.
Oh, Zeka going to get Chaos Stormed yet again, but this time he's got the Shroud, so he's going to be absolutely fine. Gale Force now completed here for Viper as well. Dashes out of the way and does still have that extra mobility now available as the Culling's going to be utilized. Taeyun needs the help of the heal, and the Nature's Grasp comes down. The block is going to be there, but Karma's still going to die. The flash out of the way of the Glacial Prison. You will not be incarcerating Viper this time around. Taeyun accepts his fate and just gets brambly smashed in the head. Zeka now looking for Youngjae as he walks it out, but he's...
I think grabbing the Herald plus the gold of Herald and second Drake here is just all better all around for Hanwha Life Esports. Kwangdong Freaks just trying to pick up the pieces.
Well, Taeyun not sure he can survive this one. There it is. Oh, the little boomerang from the auto attack of the Gnar is enough to secure it. Not even going to try. As okay, Grand Challenge has been issued. Back against the wall there for Kingen. Just fine. The Riposte not going to find too much joy there, but cleared. Could still be taken down. The Nature's Grasp to come forward. Dudu able to get out of the way of it as now Youngjae has to run from this because the cavalry has been called in, and now Hanwha Life, they can just move towards the turret or just kill a bunch of members. Tidal Wave's going to come through as Zeka having to dash out of the way here.
It's Victor that can die just straight up in the jungle if you don't find where she is.
Nature's Grasp gets a flash from Jun. He doesn't want any part of this. It's not going to matter. Viper just chases after him.
Lucian, you think about the Akali, but it's been Lucian all the time.
Yeah, Taeyun now has to deal with Zeka looking for him, but fair bit of burst damage going to be available. The flash out of the way, and Zeka survives. He's buying time where he can as Bulldog comes on over. Life runs away from him, but Hanwha Life Esports, they have their eye on it. They're going to be able to take the Baron. The tower is going to be taken there from Dudu elsewhere on the map, but he had to teleport immediately afterwards, and the Baron was exactly what Hanwha Life Esports wanted. Yeah. Still, up in farm, things like that, but the game got completely out of the way of them. Bulldog in trouble. The Tidal Wave comes forward. Gravity Field, great position there as Bulldog looks to take back some control. Glacial Prison comes down as Cleared has to flash to get himself out of the way. Oh! The Piercing Arrow going to be enough to take down the tree. Hanwha Life Esports going to have to back away now. The Hyperproc's going to be there once again. Back to the wall is Kingen as he jumps away, and he will be all right.
Tons of damage there onto Clid.
Zeka frontlining for now as Bulldog just runs forward. That's a Chaos Storm. Clid once again taking a lot of damage. The Nature's Grasp going to be there. The Culling doing a lot of work, but Bulldog once again going to be absolutely fine. Down to 50%, but they've still killed the jungler. That's, again, just so much of the tempo removed from Hanwha Life Esports.
Yeah.
Now just trying to get into position. Teleport to come forward. Teleports, in fact, from both sides as Dudu turns up immediately. Lunges towards Zeka, and now just gets the big ol' Gnar. That is 3. It's, oh my goodness, the perfect execution is exactly that as Zeka tidies him up. A double kill so far. Youngjae just running for the hills. Dudu dashing away from Viper. And that is going to be soul point for Hanwha Life Esports. They're back online. And this is what you like to see. Being able to win a fight and then take the maximum from it. And Hanwha Life Esports have demonstrated that they are far more capable of doing so in this series thus far. Kwangdong Freaks had a lot of opportunities. in game number 1 is okay. That is aggressive from Dudu, who's not going to quite find the riposte. The grand challenge comes in, and Zeka says, thank you very much. I will take that challenge.
Because King gets Narbar.
Okay, let's see whether Zeka can do it. He's in the shroud for now. Taeyun gets tagged, almost goes down. He goes golden. Clid has found an angle, but yeah, Zeka, he's going to die. What? Okay, it took them a long time before they got there, and that's actually going to be enough time for Harmalife Esports to make their way over. The Aqua Prison going to be there onto Youngjae as Kingan's just dancing after them. You can see Bulldog has just been routed, and he's running the wrong direction. The culling's going to come in here as Viper dashing forward. Bulldog still needs to be respected, but Twisted of Dance is going to take him down.
Yep.
Revenge. Well, Shurelius has been used. Jun immediately pushed out Tidal Wave just to split up the fight here as Viper moves out of the Chaos Storm. Kingan throwing boulders around where he can find them. Quandong Freaks still dashing away. Viper feeling a bit angry about that piercing arrow landing. Will offer a bit of damage back, and now Nexus turrets under siege. Viper once again finding an angle. As soon as that rapid fire cannon becomes available again, he has another opportunity to do so. Riposte on cooldown, that could be big. Now Hanwha just looking for even more every time that relentless pursuit is there.
Yeah,
Viper will press it.
Yeah, every time Viper has dash, he's just going to do a ton of damage. Look at that.
Oh my god, once again.
The Fountain Laser Speedy Lucian.
Well, grand challenge comes out once again. Kingan is extraordinarily low. They dash on top of him. He goes golden. In the nick of time, Youngjae going to fall down, and Kingan survives. Zeka dashing around once again. Perfect execution comes down. He backflips his way out. Definitely a ninja in that particular team fight. Harmalife Esports continue the push. And Kingan, he gets to go back and can teleport back in.
TP in. Here he is.
Chains of Corruption, they connect onto a priority target. Life going to be going down extraordinarily low, but they cannot burst him in time. Harmalife Esports, they're not bursted anymore, Wolf. And it's not going to happen. As Zeka now looking to get some work done on this last remaining turret for Quandong Freaks. They are well and truly on the ropes. Can they actually save their Nexus? Looks like the answer is going to be no, at least from this outset. But Harmalife, they will give them some breathing room at this point in time.
Viper's like, no, I won't. He dashes in.
Oh, Bulldog, he has to flash. There's Monavo and the wallop onto 3! Kingan is likely going to die for it, but damn, it looks cool, Wolf.
It looked really cool, and I think the Nexus is still going to fall here. So many super minions, you just can't defend this as Quandong Freaks. They're trying their damage, so they got a Victor push.
Yeah. As all right, Zeka's going to take life into his own hands. Well, actually, Life's the Nami. He's all the way over there, but still, he's going to grab a double kill here. Taeyun now in trouble. The backflip connects. It's a triple kill, 1 versus 4. And he goes golden. Now Viper able to get that damage down. Save your Akali. He's doing such good work here. And now the Nexus will be prioritized. I think Zeka just got his second one.
Zeka, man.
Whoa. That was a whole lot more fun than I was expecting. Well,
we have the damage dealt pre-14, which is the lighter color bar on the screen.
Yeah.
We need if you could see the gold graph, it's the gold difference pre-14 as well, where.
I like it in terms of what it can provide for the team. I don't like it in terms of what Zeka can do in terms of late game solo carry potential on his Sylas. But I do think that we saw, for example, in the game yesterday that Quandong Freaks was able to win against Breon, that mid lane prio can really be a big enabler for the rest of the map, as it will be Jax versus Cassante. We saw some hovers of maybe a Jace, which they're going to play good as well.
They will have to. Let's hop onto the Rift here for game 1.
Throughout the LCK, Comet is another one that comes up every now and then. Seen some Ahri as, oh boy.
Yeah, that's a very early flash. Bertel also walking into the Counter-Strike, which you're not super excited about. And now Kingan's just fighting against 2 people. He's employed the Brambleback to his side. And Willow was busy doing battle with that one. All right, Kyle. Taking a lot of damage here as the grenade did a bunch of work. But Kyle's still fighting back here. As you can see, low health bars on Viper and Life right now. Having to step back to the turrets in order to keep themselves up and available for himself.
Really nice. Overall, good wave positioning there from the Live Sandbox bot lane. Able to set it up nicely there for Envy. And Kael, to me, was one of kind of the unsung heroes on Sandbox last year. Of course, a lot of talk was about Prince, was about Croco.
2022, the end of 22 must have changed you. I don't know what happened. You went back to the Netherlands or something?
We are, of course.
Was it windy? Was it windy over there?
Well, Dutch winter is pretty much just rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, I understand why you don't like Ocean Soul.
Well, no, I
don't take it out on the cloud.
The game, right? Completely fine. Although a 4-man unit coming through here like this from Sandbox, they need to look for these type of plays.
Well, let's see whether they can put down enough turrets to make this one work, as Viper's looking to battle it out against Kyle, flashing immediately away, but there's the Cyclone, and already the Zeri has been taken down. Life will be able to get one back against the Wukong, but that is 2 for 1, and you'll take that deal.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of extra plates going over here, as Bertle's going to be able to pull the Jax under the turret. King, a nice sidestep there to get out of the way of the empowered Q. Leap strike to get himself out. There are a few dashes here on Cassante, though, if I remember correctly. Not able to find that Q, though. True Shot Barrage, not quite at the right angle, but that was fired from a long way away, so pretty good guess there from Envy. Now it looks like Liv Sandbox can transition into a Rift Herald as well, so kind of coming alive here at around the 15-minute mark.
Or it can be one of those games where nothing happens, then one team wins the team fights, gets Baron, gets inhibitors, and wins the game. About to find out.
Well, we'll see whether that does go down, as King is just going to be left to the Wolves. Okay. Clid and Life say nah.
Of their opponents, which is kind of wild to me.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Is now Life going to have to flash to get out of the way of this one. Clid throws an ultimate to Narnia as Closer. We're going to try and keep himself safe. 5-point strike comes in. Blast Cone, will it work? No, it won't, because the permafrost is beautiful. Clid, can you chase after him, however? And the answer looks like it's probably yes. Winter's Wrath doesn't find it, but Viper picks up the kill with the ultimate of all things. So that is 1 for the Zeri. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, you of all people should know that.
Just following. He's just following. As here we go. Cyclone does come in. Viper in a bit of trouble. Does flash eventually as his shield bow is proc. Now Clid having a little trouble against Closer here. Perfect execution just to get him back in the battle. Kingen looking for this one. Teleport comes forward. They take down Clid, but Zek is going to turn up as well. Bertle trying to fight this one out as well as he pulls Kingen over. Closer still in this fight, and he's doing absolutely fine. Kingen's going to go down before the True Shot Barrage can even do anything. And Liv Sandbox continuing to do well this game. Not even bothering to really
panic,
prioritize
Atlas.
it. Yep, exactly right. And cool kids, they never do. And guess who Liv Sandbox are? They're cool kids. As Bertle, he's going to look for a bit of a flank angle. There's Baron going down extraordinarily low. There's no Sejuani, so this is likely just to go over to Liv Sandbox. But can they get themselves out of the pit is the question. Closer, he may not be so lucky as he's in the Shroud, will be taken down. But still, you will take Baron on 4 for your mid laner. And that is going to mean that he is very, very scary in these next few fights. And Liv Sandbox don't exactly match that damage potential as Closer finding some backflips. Oh, the Emperor's Divide does basically nothing as now Closer's looking for that backline. They get the ult out of Viper, and now Viper's looking to make it work. But Liv Sandbox just back away. They don't want to fight into it with all that extra damage potential. And they are going to be able to wait it out.
Oh, and overall, both teams expending so many resources there, but it's Sandbox that actually is able to get the prio towards the Dragon.
As Kyle just throwing some cues around, being frustrating, slowing things down as much as he can. Envy, oh my goodness, the Conquering Sands just by itself doing so much work there as Zeka throws another one towards the Ezreal, who's now basically out of the fight. And it's feeling like Harmolife Esports have found it. They found that power spike, they found their moment. And Liv Sandbox may be on the verge of being outscaled as Closer is going to have to get out of here. He goes golden after the Glacial Prison comes in as Bertle. He's Cassante. Doesn't quite have an angle to get in just yet. Envy does make his way back from the fountain. Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, Cyclone at the ready here as Emperor's Divide just to get rid of the Wukong. He's not dead just yet. The grenade sails by majestically as Zeka goes golden. Bertle now running away from King, and Counter-Strike's going to lock him in place. Clid would really like an ultimate right about now and can't even find the permafrost just yet. So, no one to die, no one really having very much else left available. 2 flashes up for Liv Sandbox, but no ultimates to speak of. Few flashes are going to be there for Harmolife Esports as now, look at this Baron just disappear. Willa gets in there, but nothing really going to happen. He goes golden, but I think inside the pit, and he's not going to be able to get out. Kingen also going to fall extraordinarily low, but he has a GA available. Okay, Viper has to use his stopwatch as now Zeka at full health. He's going to have to be the one to carry this fight. Closer now finds the backline. Zeka just doing 1,000,000 damage per auto attack, but it's a triple kill for Envy, and now Zeka needs to try and do it. Can he? The answer is no, as it's a quadra-kill ace for Envy. With this Ezreal, they are going to be able to take at least both Nexus turrets down as now Life. Can you actually defend is the question as they're going to focus the Nexus and Liv Sandbox. I think they've done it as Bertle. Yes. He gets and Liv Sandbox will win game 1.
Very, very surprising, and it kind of echoes the problems with Humble Life that we've seen, which is, in terms of actual game plan, it just doesn't seem to really mesh together yet. Individual performance of Zaka, again, I have nothing bad to say about this guy. He really tried. Together on the top side of the map would be good. Going to be the Fiora in the end.
Yep, Fiora going to come through. So, once again, some shenanigans in the side lanes could ensue this time around. I like this as a 4-1 composition. Really, really love comps built around Fiora that involve Varus. Just because his line wave clear is just so extraordinarily good.
Pushing, so gotta be careful there.
Yep, see what happens as we hop into the Rift for game 2. There's Clid lying in wait, wanting to make sure that Zeka has the best possible position in this lane.
Oh, closer gotta know.
Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Vault Breaker Flash to come in, and that is first blood very comfortably for Zeka. And already, Clid is doing so much more in this game.
Regardless of what the situation is, right? If the cooldowns are down for closer, he actually does really have to respect Zeka. Not nearly as much threats as, oh boy.
That Kingslayer was a very interesting one, as Zeka's going to flash pretty early here. Lands the chains as the perfect execution. Not quite going to be enough damage here as level 6 hit by closer before Zeka in this lane.
That's coming through here.
Yep, Willet taken down to about 50% here, as you can see. So, Clid taking a lot of damage. Willet Arctic Assault. Clid is just dead to start this one off. Kyle's going to pick up the kill. The Drake still leashed at the same time, so no smite available. Humble Life Esports, they have to back away. And now, Life and Viper in trouble as well. There's a Piggy coming down. Viper wanting to defend his Lulu. Decent work there, but still, big advantage, Liv Sandbox, this point in time.
Really, really nicely done by Wheeler. Oh, this is what I was afraid of.
Yep, once again, another chain is going to connect here as perfect execution, and he manages to get the 1-for-1. And I think, as well, kind of wins out on the trade, given the fact that the minions are going to die under the turret.
To use his summoners, Viper also had to cleanse there. And this is a repeat of the play we saw previously. Clid is in the area, but I don't know if they know how many people Liv Sandbox is bringing.
Yeah, really nice ult to come forward. His life's just flashing on in. Viper survives for now as the teleport to come forward. Zeka will turn up, but I think that with the 4 versus 4 and Viper on 0 health, I think Harmor are going to let this one go and just look for a bit of a reset.
It's again, Sandbox, though, is the one that gets the better end of this trade, right? Because Zeka has to actually use his teleport.
A little bit unfortunate there for Envy, timing-wise, but
Clip.
still, it's fine. Standing on a ward.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens that way, as Riposte going to come in. Kingen just keeping his back against the wall. Oh, the sidestep, gorgeous on that Glacial Prison. He's going to dash himself away, but there's still 2 members of Liv Sandbox here, and they are going to be able to take down the Cassante this time around. Ghost, I believe, just timed out and couldn't get himself out of the area. So, a bit of extra pressure here for Liv Sandbox is cleared towards this bottom side, wanting to try and answer, but it looks like nothing's going to be presented for him.
Drake's going to even out again, and it felt like 40 minutes last game, it was exactly the same.
Yep, Jeff Soul to come in here if it was Challenger, of course, Chemtech Soul here in the LCK. Apologies, everyone. Perfect execution to come on in here as Zeka's trying to lock down closer. He's under the turret, though, and Clid is going to turn up in the nick of time. That was a 1v1, Clid, but it is going to make sure that the... That's right, Liv Sandbox looking for Shirley. And also trying to find some abilities from this Varus. Envy not so lucky on that front as Clid's going to dive on forward. They might even be able to get a steal here, but he's a bit early. Gets the heal available, but he's still going to fall down. Now Bertle just chasing after them. The Grand Challenge comes in, but the Giga Blast Cone is going to come through. Kyle down relatively low, and the Cassante can't really do anything. And that is going to be Hummer Life losing out on that trade humongously. Shirley going to go over to Liv Sandbox as well.
And you have the dive buddies. You got to be on point with these trigger pulls. The fact that KL stays alive throughout all of that also, again, hats off to him as we're fighting again.
Yeah, another Ignite to go down here as Zeka. Perfect execution. Going to be used. Lands the chains beautifully and gets the solo kill.
The life is in right now, which I think is still very salvageable, is considerably worse as Closer's going to try again. This time, though, yes.
Yeah, Will is going to be here. Teleports coming in from both top laners as well. Everyone's friends are joining this party. Perfect execution abound as Zeka goes golden, gets the wild growth as well for the extra health back as now Bertle is chasing after him. The grand challenge has been issued, but it's not going to be completed. And now Viper with the ultimate trying to come in for cleanup. Willa just looking to run his way out of this one and now turning on this fight. Closer going down relatively low, in fact low health bars kind of everywhere in this one. As Liv Sandbox getting back into that phalanx position, and they have the advantage when it comes to the range. And so Harmalife Esports going to back away.
Yeah, now they know, but I think it might be too late.
Yeah.
Zeka does have TP though.
This is a real difficult one. So
But
Zeka,
there.
he's looking to try and teleport in. He teleports right on top. They put a ward down and just get it there. He can't steal it away. Can clear, but he flashes out of the pit. Permafrost comes on in. Kyle down very, very low. Zeka trying to run out of this one, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. The chains, they land, but they do nothing, and Closer gets revenge. As Closer taking a lot of damage this time. Zeka doing a bunch of work. The chains don't quite land there, is now cleared. Not even needed. That is an actual solo kill that time around. And now the Baron's going to be very, very difficult for Liv Sandbox to take. Bertle, though, still pretty happy about the whole situation as he's taking basically less than 0 damage. Look at that turret just erupt, but still going to get pulled back. The chains are going to connect. He throws it the wrong direction. That is not the riposte he was looking for. And both solo lanes are now in the death chamber.
And
just in general, we've been seeing a heck of a lot more of it.
oh, I'm sure on the next patch it will be even more as Zeka.
Well, Chains of Corruption going to go completely wide. Not finding any chains at all, but Envy's still absolutely dead. Really nicely done there from Viper on the follow-up as now they just need to grab Bertle as well. He's going to present himself as a target as Viper's going to skate after him. There's the flash. Bertle still there lying in wait in the brush, but he'll just take a stray Q to the face. And that is a dead Fiora. And I think Harmalife Esports have turned it all around, and they will be able to pick up this game number 2. Not going to actually work out because Viper does not mind. He'll just keep walking towards you. Not the same situation here for Kale, who has to break his stopwatch. Now Viper moving very, very quickly, but Bertle's going to find his way into the fight. The ultimate has been popped. There's the wild growth, as well as Viper moves back behind the rest of his team. Kingen going down very low, but he has the stone plate, and it's a double kill for the Silas so far. The Zeri's going to pick up one, though, and it's Viper that finishes off the fight. 2 pairs here for Harmalife Esports as they complete the ace, and they will bring us to a game number 3.
And in the end, it is again a pick found by Zeka. Easiest POG vote of my season thus far. And Harmalife, they get the win. But looking at these two teams, I still feel like this team has got to go back and go, guys, we need to change something up. Because what we're doing, but the addition of both Clit and Life made his job so much harder. He put out a lot of damage, but actual kills on Viper or like huge plays in the enemy backline just weren't really as available for him.
Yeah.
And I think Liv Sandbox really felt that lack of team fighting power. And I like the Harmalife composition quite a lot. I think you have 2 great damage threats in the Ezreal and the Azir. And you reach the later stage of the game, which thus far every single game has gone at least to 30 minutes plus. Neither team seemingly able to get big decisive leads early on.
Well, this is your Sandbox comp. We'll see how it goes in game number 3. Harmla versus Liv Sandbox. Let's do it. LPL and LCK kind of fight for the best Ezreals, as Closer going to get the flash out of Zeka very quickly. Zeka just not wanting to mess around whatsoever with Willa making his way in.
Ooh, do note here, Willer, his bot side camps are up. Is going to go in here on top of Klid.
Yeah, he's just trying to walk it out here. Does, yeah, just going to fall down. Take me through what happened there, Chronicler.
For Zeka, and he knows. He has an inkling.
Oh, Conquering Sad's going to come through there as he does try and put up another Sand Soldier. Closer does have the Emperor's Divide available, didn't even need to use it, as that is going to be the second kill for Liv Sandbox. Picked up in the mid lane.
Looks funny though.
It definitely does.
As Bertle does have Flash, but there is a very easy dive available. Of course, this is Renekton with Flash up as well.
Well, there is no ulti available for Clid. Let's see whether they can lock this one down. He does manage to get the stun. Hop timing is good for the buffering. Winter's Wrath comes in as now Kingan's in trouble. One more would have been enough, but Bertle's not going to bite off more than he can chew, and that's a failed dive for Harmalife.
Can't be disjointed, right? The fact that Bertle was able to actually get his hop off, very nicely done. I think they can afford to as well. Closer!
He lands the chains. There's the Emperor's Divide. Zeka being thrown around, has his own ulti though, and gets rid of Willa right as he's using that Warrior Trickster. Really nicely done, but Liv Sandbox still going to be able to get Shelly into the mix and look to take down some more plates, so it's still advantage over to Closer.
Nicely done by Zeka. Going to be alive nonetheless, but I don't think they can actually get the turret down while the plating are still up.
To get this Drake off the rift as quickly as possible.
I've seen this one stolen before.
Yeah, Closer and Will are making their way in. The Drake is going to go down, but can they actually keep themselves alive is the question, as Kyle going to be missed by the True Shot barrage, but he is still going to go down. Karma's going to be taken, Willer as well, not tanky at all, and Viper can just chase. Takes down the Wukong and allows the rest of them to live.
Baron might. Maybe. I don't know if I agree with this, Homo Life. I tried it before. Back then it worked, but
They have Leandri's Azir. Willer's going to come on over. It's going to be a 50-50.
I don't like this.
If this does happen, they do find him as Bertel finds a massive ult into the backline. He might die as Empress Divide's massive. Clid gets the smite. Silas takes him down though, and now Homo Life Esports have to run away, but it looks like the heist was a success.
The Sandbox, you can kill them. Sauron?
The Ring of Power, you know? Like,
Yeah, no,
the one team fight.
Yeah,
One
I
ring
guess.
Sauron is sort of somewhat related to that. Is okay, Envy gonna get missed. Envy, it's your turn. Can you land Chains of Corruption to start this one off?
Go in!
Looks for the flank, gets into that back line, steals Emperor's Divide, throws them all back in! Immediately, the Heimerdinger has been taken down as Viper is still alive. He's going to be a big difference maker, but not if he has no front line to stand behind. Clid is still going to be there, Zeka is still alive, Viper's there, but now Liv Sandbox have taken away Kingen in life, and they should have run of the map.
Yeah, they should be able to pick themselves up at the very least. The Drake, I mean, I kind of wanted them to go for Baron. They can't because they don't want to give up the Ocean Soul, but this does mean that the actual impact of this amazing play coming through from Closer is just that. As no way.
I liked the zoom.
A Drake.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
However, they now have all their ultimates back available once again. And,
Zeka!
is fighting Zeka. Yeah, he thought he might have had some sort of flank angle, but he's just dead. Will is going to lock down that
That's
kill,
huge.
and now 4 versus 5. This Baron should go to Liv Sandbox very easily.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a disaster.
They're gonna get it. Oh, you gotta keep Clid out of the pit.
Yeah, his smites have been pretty good. You can say what you want about Clid. Definitely nothing wrong
gonna
with
make it
his
in.
smites. All right, they're going to try and turn it here. Close is going to get taken down. The Baron does go to Liv Sandbox. All right. Kingen might be in trouble. He does go golden.
I know about that
There's
one.
Dominus left available. He's going to flash to get himself out of the way, but doesn't have a lot more options. The Gnar comes in. The Wallop is fantastic. Will gets into the back line. The Emperor's Divide is decent. His life looking to flash away, but that True Shot barrage also doing a lot of work. As Hum will live, they salvage what was left of that situation, but now Clid's by himself yet again. Arctically assaults away.
Still very, very low. And the difference maker to me has been Closer, right? Like on the Silas, it's a big difference. Oh, Envy.
Yeah, they look for him, but Closer also finds Kingen in that backline as well. Zeka still yet to make it into the fight as
there comes Willer!
Going to fall down. Kingen goes into the Dominus, and Viper has been taken already! Oh, Liv Sandbox have done it. Humble Life Esports are just spread onto the ground. And Liv Sandbox is just going to push forward. Zeka is going to look on in horror as they lose their first series of 2023.
Protect that minion! That's the president! Keep him safe!
Well, they're also just going to look to try and pick up this kill. There's Emperor's Divides going in every direction. But as you were talking about, protect that minion indeed. This siege minion so important to making this happen. A Conquering Sands will be enough to grab it, but the teleport will keep it alive. And these Nexus turrets are going to be taken down. That was the Chains of Corruption you wanted to hit. They'll complete the ace and Liv Sandbox get the upset win. As far as consistency throughout the entire game, it goes to Closer, but for the game-winning moment, I think that Bertel definitely deserves something.
Man, it is shocking in many ways what we're seeing here. When you expect a team to bounce back after a tough loss, generally, you know, it takes time. It takes a while. You need to really get your mindset back. You need to rebuild faith. But apparently, if you're a cool kid, none of that matters, Atlas.
It's not looking like panic at all on the side of Liv Sandbox, so maybe their tagline is exactly right. As you can see, Bertel, my goodness, that is a lot of damage. Most in the entire game on the Gnar. Yes, he was throwing it at the handbag in the top lane the majority of the time, however, still pretty impressive stuff.